health, model size, movement, weaponry, 6 consoles. I'ma punch your shit. Bam. Oh, hey there. I'm Dr. Zora. You wanna know about Project A, don't you? Well, I got you, dude. Because Project A is gonna blow every shooter out of the water. And right now, guys, I got the proof right here. We're gonna get right into it. Look at every big shooter out there right now, and the first one that comes right out of your eyeballs has to be Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's probably the closest game to what Project A is trying to be. 5v5, you got weapons, you got economy, the aim mechanics are pretty similar, but based on the announcement video that we saw, Riot's gonna make all that even better. Better hit reg. You know those deagle shots that you've been missing and you think you're gonna hit it, you got the crosshair here and everything, you're gonna hit those on Project A. That's right, we're gonna get those. You're gonna hit better hit reg, and we're gonna adjust the ping for better peeker advantage. You're trying to get those jiggle peaks and you're just getting destroyed before you even see the person? That ain't happening no more. It's gonna be nice and fair. So with these additions, Project A is gonna be even better than CSGO. It's gonna feel better, play better. I think many players are gonna switch for that exact reason. We have a pro player, Orb, who's played the game, got a chance to play test it, and he's got a ton to say on his Twitter. Make sure to check his Twitter to see the whole description. I'm gonna sum it down for you. He says, anybody that likes Counter-Strike is going to feel at home with this game. Maybe a little bit too at home though, that they're going to actually permanently switch over from CSGO to Project A. The fact that they're taking Counter-Strike's core concepts and they're trying to improve it, that's more than enough reason to go and try to make the switch. Especially those who have felt that the game's kind of felt a little stagnant, there aren't a lot of updates with Counter-Strike. Veteran players may be looking for something fresh and they're gonna love this game. Especially if you're like a pro player that's not making a lot of money, Project A might be the next way to go. It's a pretty similar concept, should be an easy transition to try. We even have a pro player Swag, a former pro player I'd say, you know, he was a pro for a little bit before, you know, some shit went down, I guess. But you know, he's still a good player, dude. And he's already announced that he's dropping his Counter-Strike career to pursue Project A. This isn't too surprising though, because I mean, he can't really make a lot of money on Counter-Strike since of, you know, the ban. So it's kind of a big deal. So it makes perfect sense that, you know, we might see a lot of these players that, you know, are pretty good at CSGO but not enough to get to that top notch getting paid. It's going to be an easy transition to Project A and they can give it a go at that. Next we have Overwatch. Now this game changed the genre of first person shooters. You now have heroes with different abilities, health, model size, movement, weaponry, 6 consoles. That adds a ton to the game. It makes it kind of have a little bit of a MOBA feel to the shooter. Project A has a similar concept but does this differently. G2 Orb again says the money system, buying weapons and refilling your abilities at the start of every round feels unique yet so normal. Abilities aren't OP, but just an extra tool to use with your normal fragging. Now this is huge. Many people like Overwatch, but several of those players feel that it relies too much on those ultimates and abilities from the heroes. You need to save your ultimate and abilities and rely on them too much, along with your aim of course, to win team fights. You need aim, but you absolutely need those abilities to actually win a fight. This results in a clusterfuck that happens during every fight. It's super confusing. It's a terrible viewing experience, both for people that actually play the game and even worse for people that are newcomers that are trying to play the game, check out the game, they have no idea what's going on. It's just awful. Project A is different as the abilities are more of a supplement to the actual aiming skills that you have. The core mechanics and reliance on skill are there, and the abilities to add to that extra tool of creativity to grab your frags. Rainbow Six Siege. Now to be honest, I don't really know much about this game, but it's the closest competitor to CSGO prior to Project A. In fact, I think Project A is probably competing more with Rainbow Six than Counter-Strike when we really delve into it. You have 5v5 format again, along with all the different heroes that you can grind out and learn. Now the reason I think that Rainbow Six never got as big as Counter-Strike was is because of the big learning curve for the game. CSGO is pretty easy when you really think about it. The maps are simplistic, the mechanics are easy to learn, but hard to master. That's the key there, hard to master but easy to get into. Aim at the head, utilize the utility, throw the smoke, and manipulate the map and you're good to go. Rainbow Six has the same idea, but the maps and heroes, in my opinion, looked way too complex for most players to get into, and me personally as well, I didn't get into it because of that complexity. is going to lean more towards that simple side. It's going to be a game that's easy to learn, easy to get into, but again hard to master and get really good at. This will be reflected by simple supplemental abilities, as I said before, and a simple to understand maps that require complex tactics to get good at. Right now, I just feel like I have to put this in there because it's the biggest game in the world right now. Whether you like it or hate it, it still has plenty of numbers to support it. But I don't think the game is going to last too much longer. I think it's going to fall soon. But especially with the latest update, it has a lot of competitive players enraged again. We got a little bit of calm, and now the storm's coming back up. Players like Booger are getting absolutely destroyed by the C4. The C4 is picking back. Crazy. The people want to remove, man. Get that out of there. It's just terrible, no counter, and you just completely get screwed. So a lot of bullshit like that happens with Fortnite in the competitive scene, and it's just a joke. And the competitive scene is mostly seen as an advertisement to attract more casual players. But I don't think this format is going to work too much longer. And the only reason that people are staying is for the money that Epic is willing to dish out into competitive, and most people I think are eventually going to get sick of it and quit the game. We have people like TSM Vinny here, who's recently tweeted that he is going to quit TSM. I no longer find Fortnite fun or competitive. I've been playing competitive since I was 12. If Fortnite didn't put the money into their comp scene, I would have quit a long time ago. And then we got a bunch of jitter jatter there, but we got the main point. If the comp scene didn't have a lot of money, people would stop playing, and less advertisement, less casual players, and the game's just gonna kind of collapse. It's gonna, I'm not gonna say it's gonna die. It's gonna be there, but it's gonna be way lower level than what it used to be. And we already start seeing that right now. Ninja's numbers are falling down, Tifu's numbers are falling down. You don't see as many celebrities playing the game anymore. The game is eventually gonna fall. A lot of people are gonna quit, and with Project A coming around the corner, it's gonna be a great time to transition when the game comes out, especially if you're sick of Bloom. I mean, if you're Bloom in Fortnite, that's some crazy shit. You feel like you're just shooting some air and hoping you hit something, man. And the hit range is gonna be great for Project A, so you have your aim on the enemy, you hit them, simple as that. Kinda how it should work, right, Epic? Right? I know there's gonna be some people talking to me like, hey, where's Call of Duty, where's Apex Legends, where's PubG? Personally, I don't really consider COD a really big shooter because the games only last for about a year. Like, come on guys, $60 games that only last for a year versus these free games that last for years and at a time. Like, look at League, look at Dota, look at Counter-Strike. Those lasted all like almost over a decade. So these, I don't really consider COD. Probably still stay popular, but if Project A plays their cards right, maybe the sales are gonna drop. The people are still gonna buy the game, but I think the sales and maybe people are not really gonna play that long. Maybe it lasts half a year and then it dies out. People go to Project A, you know, shit like that. Now with Apex Legends, honestly, I don't think this game is gonna be impacted all that much. Actually, the battle royale, so if people are into that genre, they're gonna stick to it. But again, the unique characters with supplemental abilities are gonna make this game survive. But the player base is probably gonna get intertwined between Project A depending on what people are feeling, and that's about it. But again, I don't think it's gonna be one of those games that's gonna be impacted too much. It's a battle royale, so if people are into that genre, they're gonna stick to it, and it has those unique characters with supplemental abilities similar to what Project A is trying to do, but the shooting mechanics are obviously a lot different. So it depends on people's taste. People like the extra time to kill, they might kind of stick with Apex Legends. Personally, I think it's a nice twist, so I do kind of switch around with the game between Apex, Fortnite, and Apex. Did I just say Apex again? I meant CSGO, obviously. Now we're going into PubG. Now PubG is still an okay-ish shooter, and I think it's good enough that it won't be impacted too much by Project A. But that's mostly because Fortnite already killed it, and then Apex kind of died right in there, and oh, what else do you have left, PUBG? I'm just gonna take the rest of it. So there's not much more to take from PUBG, so we don't need to talk more about that, do we? So that's all I have for this video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below on which game you think Project A is gonna kill the most. I'm curious to see what you have to say, and I'll see you guys next time. And one more thing that I have to mention before this video ends, we actually got some brand new news that Project A is going to be called Valorant. So let me know again in the comments down below what you think about that name. Personally, I'm like iffy on it. I don't know if it's the best name, but we'll see what happens. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm gonna punch your shit. Bang.